men and 6 women are in the jury pool that will help determine Darrell Brooks' fate. Brooks will represent himself when opening statements begin on Thursday. He disrupted proceedings today and had to watch jury selection from a separate room. The same thing happened yesterday. Brooks asked to have all of the jurors struck, which the judge denied. He is facing 77 charges, including 6 first-degree murder charges in the November attack. The judge, Jennifer Dorow, asked for a list of potential witnesses that Brooks intends to call to trial. This was how he responded.
Tell me now or write them down so that I can include them in the list of names I'm providing to the jurors.
So how am I supposed to do that without the list in front of me?
The list that you have in your cell?
How am I supposed to do that without the list?
I'm telling you, I'm giving you the opportunity to go get that.
I'm not going to go do that.
Mr. Brooks, I'm not going to play games with you.
Brooks said he will not call his mother to the stand. His public defenders had wanted to call her as a witness. Brooks said he wants to call the state of Wisconsin as a witness. He faces life in prison if convicted on any of the murder charges.
I don't understand the nature of the cause of the charges.
For more than an hour Tuesday.
Do you understand that?
No.
Darrell Brooks tried to explain to Judge Jennifer Dorow why he should represent himself at trial.
You either have an attorney and you're exercising your right to have an attorney, or you waive your right to an attorney and you act as your own attorney.
But it also should be said that there's a lot of things that I did not understand.
It's the most we've ever heard Brooks speak in court. It's also the longest we've seen him at any hearing without his face covered. Last week, Brooks's public defenders filed a motion to withdraw from the case at Brooks' request.
So you have no idea that you are facing 77 different charges?
No, I do not.
An hour in, Dorow allowed a 15-minute recess so Brooks could consult with the very attorneys he wants to fire. When the hearings resumed, patience ran out.
I cannot make a finding at this point that you have an understanding of what you're charged with.
Dorow said Brooks was playing games and set one last deadline.
And if you decide that you want to represent yourself, then that form, that waiver of attorney form, needs to be filed by 9 a.m. tomorrow morning.
And if Brooks doesn't turn in that waiver, the judge says that his public defender will stay on the case. One thing she made very clear was that the trial will not be delayed.
At the federal courthouse in downtown Green Bay, the Brown County Taxpayers Association filed a lawsuit against President Joe Biden, claiming he is overstepping his authority.
The Congress has never given the president authority to forgive student loans to this degree.
The lawsuit claims the president's student loan forgiveness plan violates the Constitution's separation of powers, the Equal Protection Doctrine, and the Administrative Procedures Act.
And it's really a dangerous precedent for presidents, regardless of whether it's a Democrat president or a Republican president.
On August 24th, President Biden announced his plan to forgive up to $20,000 in student loan debt to eligible borrowers. The day before, the U.S. Justice Department released a 25-page memo stating the HEROES Act of 2003 provided the Secretary of Education with expansive authority to alleviate the hardship that federal student loan recipients may suffer as a result of national emergencies. Still, lawsuits have been trickling in over the past week, including one from 6 Republican-led states.
Opponents of the Biden-Harris administration student loan plan are trying to stop it because they know it will provide much-needed, again, relief for working families.
The Brown County Taxpayers Association is asking for a temporary restraining order and a preliminary injunction on any debts being wiped out until a decision can be made on its lawsuit.
We're asking for the court to act quickly because the president has pledged to do this in early October.